We're live. Let's go. I gotta grab my coffee. Hold on. Yes, this is my 6th coffee in 46 days. That's pretty crazy. Gave up caffeine during this Ironman training. You know why? I don't know. I'm going to make a video about it eventually, but it has made my productivity go way up. And so, yeah, we're live today. If you're with us and you're doing nothing on your Saturday, well, then come join me. If you're a loser like me and just thinking about crypto on your Saturday and you biked for 7 hours this morning, actually 5.5, and then a 30 or 40 minute run, then also join me. But I'm going to talk about crypto. If you want to join me, great. I'll talk about anything, actually, to be honest with you. It's Saturday. Why not? I'm not in my usual attire, but this is my favorite sweatshirt of all time. So I was like, I'm not taking it off. I'm not putting on a new shirt. This is what I'm watching. A couple of things I want to talk about today is one of them is obviously, you can tell from the thumbnail, is Zilliqa. Obviously been watching the run up. I'm kind of liking the project. I really am. I've been digging into it just over the last week or so. Really heard about it a while ago. Didn't really pay too much attention to it. Obviously, everybody's paying attention to it now. We'll see if the price action can continue, even though we're not even at all-time highs yet. Still got a little bit more to run before then. But I do want to show you something that I kind of saw on the chart that I thought was worth bringing up at least. Couple other things I want to get into. A couple news articles that I thought were somewhat, newsworthy. I guess they were worthy of bringing it up on the channel. We don't have a specific answer from one of the new altcoins that we're going to be covering. Very low cap, like super low cap, brand new. You've probably never even heard of it, or if you have heard of it, it's been kind of in passing. It just came out a couple months ago. Hoping that we get to hear back from them and their team and maybe even get them on the channel. That would be awesome. Not saying that's going to happen at all because they haven't responded yet. But if they do respond, then we're going to get them on the channel. And we're going to talk to them and see what they're all about. I do have something to do right at about 2. So I've got about 20, 30, 40 minutes or whatever. Then I got to get home and we got to get running over to a little party that we got to go to. But I'll open up the chat. If you guys want to throw anything out there, go ahead. It is wide open for whatever you guys want to chat about. This coming week, what can you expect from the Crypto Boys? Actually, a lot. I'm going to start filming one of, in my opinion, probably the most important video I've filmed to this date because it's legitimate and it's what happened when I was in crypto for the first 3 or 4 or 5 months. And I think it's important because I kind of struck gold a little bit, and not to toot my own horn, I struck gold a little bit and then lost all that gold. So I want to show you, and I want to make a big video on what happened, what did I do wrong, mistakes that can be made, what I should have done differently, all that good stuff. So that video is going to come out hopefully next week, but it's going to take a lot of kind of just writing and making sure I get all the points down I want. That's going to be a big video. We've got a decent sized Harmony one coming out later this week or next week. I thought we had some big, it might even be next week because we're waiting for one thing to see if they get done first. And then we got a couple of little altcoin ones coming out this week as well that I think will be enjoyable. And who knows, whatever happens in the market, we'll obviously be on top of it and let you guys know. Again, if you guys want to join me, throw it in the chat. That's great. I'll be on here for as long as the news goes and as long as you guys want to chat. If no one wants to chat, that's completely fine. We will get rolling. All right, let's get into some news today and see what is going on. It's been somewhat of a quiet day, but we'll get rolling a little bit here. Let's go ahead and let's open up coin. I'm going to get a new coin market cap up. All right, so let's go ahead. Kyle, what's up, buddy? Let's go ahead and get, Kyle knows the coin or the project I'm talking about. Can't wait to show it. All right, so coin market cap today, what are we looking at here? 2.155. I like it, kind of bouncing between that 2.1 and that 2.19 or so. I don't think we've been up to 2.12 just quite yet. It's been close. It's been close. Or 2.2, excuse me. So what we're looking at, Bitcoin just under 46,000. Again, doesn't really matter. Anywhere between 42, really even 43 and 46, it's all kind of the same. We really would need that pump above 48 before things really, and some stabilization and some support above 48 before things really start changing, and you're really going to see even more altcoins take off. Because really, you guys still got to remember where we were at. We're still pretty beat down. There's a lot of good buys out there. Going to go through a couple of them today. Solana's been ripping. Terra's been ripping as always. XRP kind of sitting dormant, but it's going to rip eventually. Cardano, I'm telling you right now, this thing in the back half of 2022 and maybe even in the front half is going to explode. I'm calling it right now. Polkadot's been looking good. A lot of bullish news on that today. Polkadot's gonna move. It's gonna move. Don't sleep on Polkadot, even though it's kind of a sleepy coin. But think of what a co-founder of Ethereum. They got a lot of good things going on for Polkadot. So I like that. It's definitely something that I'm gonna probably start putting some more money into. I had a bag of it when we first started. Now I've got like $200 or $300 in there. Really just kind of bought it on a whim. I'm up like 9 or 10% on it. So pretty happy with that. All right, Shiba, you guys know what we do. 0. Dogecoin, missed that, going to 0. We've got Near Protocol. Haven't looked that one up yet, but I need to. FTX token, Algorand. I've been looking that up a little bit. VeChain, this thing is going to take off. This is still extremely low, in my opinion, extremely low. When I first got into VeChain well over a year ago, this is just over the price I bought it in. I mean, I was almost 50% down when it was at 4 cents. And I tell you what, this thing's going to explode. You're going to see another run up like we've already seen in the last 7 days. That you're going to see that again. That's just my opinion, but I think you're going to see that again. Kyle, no, we started at 4 in the morning. Yeah, started at 4 in the morning. Yeah, it was extremely early morning, and that's why I have one coffee on the weeks that I do these long, crazy training sessions, like super long, like today. And I was just beat down, I'll be honest with you. It was a long training session. It's super hot in the back gym, so it was long. Yeah, it was long, and I am ready. I'm glad I did this experience of the Ironman, but CrossFit's my thing, and I am ready for it to be over. June 12th, so it is coming up soon enough. Sandbox. I'm liking that more and more every single day, even though I'm not a metaverse guy. Joe's our metaverse guy through and through. Me, not so much. I'm not a big believer in this space, and you guys know me. I do not typically invest into spaces that I'm just not the guy. I'm not the guy for metaverse. It's not for me. Kyle, what do you think of the metaverse? I'm just not I don't know what it is. I think it's too far. For me right now, it's too far out for me to really get involved with it to where I'm like, it's 5 to 10 years, and I know there's crazy things coming out, but it's already been out for so long that they'd have to change a whole lot, and I don't know. That's where I'm at with it. I'm all messed up. Zilliqa, 180%. Come on. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today and about how I'm really liking its sharding capabilities, transactions. I mean, it's got a lot of good things going for it. So I like Zilliqa. Harmony 1, I think it's just going to be a beast. It sure will be. Kyle says, I think it'll have its place eventually. Agreed. 100% on that one. All right, yeah, so CoinMarketCap sitting kind of still, kind of just chilling. Stefan GMT, I've heard a lot about that lately, but that's also probably because up almost 300% in 7 days, but is what it is there. Once VR becomes easier to access. Yeah, exactly right. VR right now, virtual reality, it's a pain in the butt, and it's super expensive. So that is 100% true. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into TradingView. So TradingView right now sitting just above 46K, and really what I wanted to focus on TradingView, it's same old. I mean, anybody I know, the best TradingView people out there in the world are thinking of new charts and new timelines. I'm on the 4-hour chart. I totally get that, but really it's pretty simple. It's either we're gonna eventually go above that 52 mark and we're rolling from there, or we're going to, kind of step our way back down in kind of like this fashion to where we go back down and retest that, 40.39 level. So that's pretty much where we're sitting with that. But this is what I want to focus on and how bullish this is. And how I missed it is this 44. That is you talk about some support right here. I really like this. I mean, that's a terrible oval, but I really like this support here. And you can see, especially at the 44 level, I mean, that's a pretty bullish thing going on right here. You can see it right here and obviously right here. I think that, I don't know. I think that if we get another bounce like this off of another 44, 43 area, I think we're going to be rolling from there on. But that's just my opinion. It could do it a million times in different ways, but that's what I like seeing as far as the chart goes, okay? All right, guys, so let's go ahead and move on to just a little bit of news that I had that I thought was worth sharing with you all, because I've had questions of this, especially from other just kind of novice people, is what's the difference between coins and tokens? Basically, a coin refers to the cryptocurrency that is standalone, independent blockchain, DApp specific, so on and so forth. Crypto tokens are uniquely outlay of the border smart contracts, so they're usually on smart contracts. The big thing here that I think is worth noting is that typically your tokens are kind of much easier to create. Your coins are much more difficult to create. While coins are multifunctional, tokens take more forms than just granting users access to products and services and apps. This is just a cool article. It's something that outlines something you would think is very simple in crypto, but we all know nothing is actually simple in crypto. It never is. You still have to do your own due diligence. You still have to go out and find exactly what's going on in the space. And that's the thing, is like, people who make it in crypto are the people who are willing to go out and do their own research, who are willing to truly go out and find what they believe in and the projects they believe in, not just because something's running up, they're going to tell you, oh, this is the best project in the world. Why are you not in this project? Well, why do you like the project? They don't even know why they like the project. It's because some YouTuber shilled it, or it's going up 300%. They happen to be in it, but they have no idea if it's any good or not. So in the crypto, most people are pretty good about it though. But in the crypto space, if you're not willing to go do your own due diligence, and you're not really willing to go find out and information and listen to several people, so on and so forth, you're going to end up getting wrecked, and you're going to end up being mad at yourself most likely. So that's just something to think about. One thing I did want to briefly, and again, guys, this is going to be a pretty short live just because I got to get rolling here, and I got to be home by 2 at the latest. I did want to talk about Zilliqa. I think it's got a lot of chance to go pretty big. I want to jump into the coin before I even go into the project here. I want to jump into Zilliqa's coin market cap just really fast, because it kind of fascinated me with where it jumped up and when. Let's see here. Okay, let's go ahead and get down to the chart. Move this back over for me. All right, thank you for the like, whoever did that. Okay, all time. So when we look at this chart here really quick, guys, you can see the run up when it first, and it came out at a really bad time, right? 2018, I want to say. Yeah, so January of 2018, and it ran up, obviously, as they all do, and then it just went through the bear market. So here's the thing that I like about Zilliqa that a lot of people aren't saying. Oh, no, I wouldn't say a lot, but some. They literally started at the absolute worst time ever. So, I mean, they started, like, you can't get any worse than Zilliqa. He started right at the beginning of the absolute barest of bearish times in the bear market, just some 4 or whatever years ago. And look at this price action, just absolutely dead, right? And then you had this unprecedented, unbelievable run up just exactly a year ago from today. That's what I think is pretty crazy, is that it ran up, I mean, a crazy amount 1 year ago from today. Like, that's pretty crazy. And then you see, obviously now it's doing the exact same thing. So it does kind of scare me a little bit. Is this just like a yearly thing? Is it because of the new, metaverse plays that it's got going on? But it does have a lot of good utility. Their team is out in front of you. They're working hard behind the scenes. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan favorite. They have a Metopolis coming out that I think is going to be really cool, and they've got a lot going on at the hackathon and things like that. So I don't know. I think Zilliqa could be a great blockchain, especially moving forward. They're still pretty young in their infancy as far as when they started, and starting at literally the worst time ever. But let's go ahead and get into just a little bit about them and what they're doing. So smart contract platform ZIL token has charted a threefold rally in 6 days, which is crazy, over 300%. Hoping to find some support somewhere, because last time I didn't find any. Hoping to find some support this time. Social media chatter reveals optimism about Zilliqa's Metopolis, a metaverse as a service, the mass platform scheduled to launch with a VIP event on Saturday in Miami. That is the hackathon. That is going to be awesome. Joe and I are going to go to that next year. Kyle, you should join us. You should join us next year in Miami. That would be awesome. But we plan to go next year. That would be cool. Here's the thing about Zilliqa is that it has a lot going for it. It started in the worst of times. And Sandra, I forgot what she is, a CTO, or I can't remember exactly. I was looking at their, maybe it's still up. I was looking at their teams earlier. But anyways, the metaverse, the mass powered by leading one blockchain layer, Zilliqa, and it's security focused. I see, honestly, with Zilliqa, I see a lot of Harmony in Zilliqa. I really do. I don't think they're as developed as Harmony is right now. I don't think they're as far along as Harmony, but I see a lot of resemblance. I love their team. I like what they're doing, getting out in front of people. Their social media is great. Their marketing is great. They're all over the place. So I really do like Zilliqa and what they've got going for them as far as the next stage of the kind of that leading possible layer one blockchains. Because here's the thing about layer ones is that, like Joe and I always say, what place are we putting most of our money in? Most of mine's going into layer ones right now. I literally don't have any money to put in right now, so most of my money did go into layer ones. But I'm putting most of it into layer ones because, number one, it's a massive space, but number two is you really are betting on which one's going to come out on top. So if you do your research and you can find the one that's going to, and there'll be several, but one of the ones that are going to come out on top, you're going to 10x your money easily. If it's Harmony, if it's Zilliqa, or whatever it may be. But you are pretty safe betting on yourself to 10x your money in a layer one, in my opinion. Okay, it's obviously not financial advice. That is what I'm doing. That's what Joe's doing. He said it a million times before. The layer one solutions, there's so many of them out there. Some of them are going to have to lose as well. Some of them are just going to have to lay dormant. They may get some pumps, some FOMO buying in once every 2 or 3 years or something like that. But for the most part, if you're willing to go out there and figure it out, you could do some good things in layer ones, and I see a lot of them coming out. Zilliqa being another great option. So that's what I'm doing with a lot of my money on that. Pretty much, guys. If you guys have any comments, go ahead, throw them in. Best layer one gem, cell frame for sure. Cell frame, I do Muscle Freak. I do like cell frame. So I did a part 2, which I need to do my part 3 on cell frame, by the way. So cell frame. I still have questions about their team. I like Dimitri. I like that he's out in front of everybody, but I have kind of questions about his past. However, it could be an amazing blockchain. I mean, if they can stop the quantum computing and they can deal with the security issues, it's going to be huge. I mean, it's absolutely going to be massive. I could not agree more with you. It just depends, because it's still 5 years away. Again, those computers are not going to come out for a while, and until they do, we don't know who's going to win. Cellframe looks like a good leading candidate. I'll say that for sure. And their price action could absolutely explode. So I would agree with you there. AC, what about MTV? Do you still have faith? Do I have faith in MTV? Not until Sean comes out of closed doors a little bit. Obviously, their new roadmap is up. I thought their new roadmap, again, was just kind of thrown together, and not always because their new roadmap was so terrible, but because if you saw the roadmap that they put up for the other years that they've been out there, they were trash. They were just paragraphs written, and it just, again, it seemed like it was too little too late. That's why the price action has been down, because people are understanding it. Do I think MTV can absolutely rip? I absolutely do, 100%. But am I going to put my money into it right now without seeing a little bit more transparency from them? Not for me, no. I'm also thinking, should I jump on the MTV? I mean, that's up to you, Muscle Freak. Not for me right now. And I'll link our video down below for MTV stuff. Your view on crap. I don't Nishant. I don't know what that is, but I will write it down. I will write it down and I will look it up. I don't exactly know when. I got like 3 other projects I need to look up, but I will write that down and look it up. AC, I love MTV. They have an amazing tech, and they do have amazing tech. 100%. No doubt about it, but their team scares me, man, and they're just not too open about it. Dex on MTV Swap just came out. That is true. They have a lot of up and coming and need better communication. Agreed. If they get better communication, if Sean comes out of hiding, if he shows the team off, if he actually, does more transparent things and is more open about where it's going, and will contact some people back, we'll start doing AMAs again, then I'd have no problem with it. But for right now, I mean, that's a tough one to put your money in. You're really taking a gamble, in just my opinion. Look at the price action alone. My opinion. You'll get it for cheaper too, to be honest with you. And that's just me. I have no idea. But anyways, guys, what do you some of the things that I'm thinking about too is like, we have a new project that we're trying to get, Joe and I, we're trying to get on board and bring on to our channel that we think could be huge very early on. And we think that it's super, I mean, like first 2 months it's been out. Obviously it ran way up, and it's down to where I think could be a nice support or buying level, an entry point to start a position. Hoping to get them on the channel. If you guys didn't see the first part, that could be a huge project going forward. Who knows if they'll win out in the space or not, but it's something to bring you guys early that Joe and I are looking at. Hopefully you see a video on that next week. Could be the week after. It depends on when they ever get back to us. Amity, hey Colin, have you had a look at VRA? Absolutely love VRA. Both Verocities, awesome. Joe and I both, I think we have videos on it too. I'll link that below as well. I think it's going to be a huge project. Their speed is unbelievable. They've got a great use case. Yeah, we're big fans. Big fans. You see another layer 1 is like HDR. Another layer 1 I like is HTR. I don't know that one, so I don't want to comment on it, but HTR, I'll write that down too. So HTR, Crabata, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll look both of those up. AC, I don't know HTR, but I'll look it up. But I do like I said before, I do like investing in the layer 1s, especially we're still kind of in the uncertain time. I completely understand that we're looking a whole lot more bullish than we were just a couple weeks ago. Don't get me wrong, but we're still in between of where we're going to go and what price action we need to hit. We need to get above 50K, really need to get above 52K, to be honest with you. Then we're definitely off to the races. Also, what are you guys looking at right now? What altcoins you guys looking at? What are you guys thinking? What's going to be the best hitter for April? In my opinion, what I still think is going to run, I still think VeChain. I think VeChain is going to absolutely explode, even though it's already up like 80% in the last 7 days, but it was so undervalued. That was like my number one DCA coin. That and any other layer 1. I've been obviously I chewed at Cardano a little bit, got some Harmony as well, but VeChain I think is definitely. Silo is another one I've been buying up like crazy. If you guys looking at some low cap gems that you guys want to put on your guys' kind of radar, look at Silo. Silo, anything under 0.004 is a great buy in my opinion. That's where I've been buying at. And then anything really under 0.005 I still think is fine. So that's what I'm looking at. Trias good project. I have heard of that, but I don't know anything about it. Trias good project. I'm gonna write that one down too. Got like 6 coins and 6 projects I need to look up now. But yeah, I mean those are the ones that I'm looking at for April. And here's the thing about April. In the past, the May has been a big turning point for crypto in where it's headed in the future. For really, if you go back and look back to years previously. So we're going to see some price action. I think we're going to see some either good or bad, but I'm still 100% a bull. I really am. Guys, everybody know on here that Joe's pretty bearish, but skip Joe. But yeah, he's pretty bearish. I am not. I think it's going to be huge. I think Pavia would be also nice metaverse project and on the card. Agreed. Pavia looks pretty dang good. Again, they're super infant, but I actually bought some Pavia. So Nishant, you know what you're talking about. I actually bought some Pavia. Joe and I did as our first Sunday swap buy was Pavia, and my buddy he's yield farming Pavia and he's yield farming Cardano, and he's making a bunch off of that. I mean, they're like, it's locked up for a while, but I want to say he's making like 300% APR. Is that right, Nishant? I could be wrong, but he's making a ton of dough off of Pavia and whatever else. I think it goes with ADA. But anyways, yeah. Pavia, if you're looking at super low cap, something that's just coming up in the metaverse, that could be a good play. And they're selling out quick. Their plots are selling out super fast. Obviously, Snoop Dogg's jumping in on the NFTs. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Not a huge crazy about. I'm all right with Snoop Dogg, but he kind of flip-flops sometimes. So I do like it, but we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Well, anything else you guys got for me? I kind of got to get rolling here eventually. We've got a party for a Paralympian. He's a gold medalist, goes to our gym, and his party is today, just to kind of welcome him home from China. He's been, legit dude, works his butt off. So we're going to go to that later. I like Polka City. I do too. Muscle Freak, I do too. I absolutely do too. Yeah, I think it's got potential. For sure, it's got potential. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I've heard a lot about it. But yeah, I would agree. Going forward, I think this month, I think the number one thing to look at, depending on where you're at in the space and what you're DCAing in right now, if you're DCAing in or if you're just kind of watching it, because we're kind of still at these uncertain times, I think going forward, especially for April, we have got to find some sort of like bottom line support of wherever we're at right now, because I don't feel comfortable buying a whole bunch right now, because I'm still feeling like we could easily go up, we could easily go down. The whole reversal is there, but it's not there yet. So that's kind of where I'm sitting market wise. I'm not really buying too much, kind of chilling. I don't have any more money as well, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, I still think I'm super bullish on the market. If you guys are bullish on the market, hit that thumbs up for me. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you don't want to subscribe to the channel, that's fine too. Just keep coming back and talking with us. We love talking to you anyways. Doesn't matter. Kyle Reyes, where's the party at? It is at Oscars. It is at Oscars out by the Betplex. So if you live in the Quad Cities, which most of you probably do not, it's a solid place. Betplex is cool. And also, it's terrible in Iowa. It snowed yesterday. In April, snowed yesterday. It is rainy and like 33 degrees today. Should be snowing. Usually we're like 60 degrees right now. Usually got some sun rolling, but it is terrible. It is terrible. The weather's terrible. I hope it's better where you guys are, because we're big weather people here. We want to be outside since we're cooped up inside basically since from November to March. We can't go outside, so that kind of sucks. But all right, guys. Well, that's pretty much all I had today. I appreciate you guys joining in on the chat. If you guys got anything else for us to look at, just go ahead and comment it below. We'll look at it, take a peek. I'll send some of these over to Joe. I got Krabata, HTR, and Trias. I don't know. I haven't looked up that one yet, so that's another thing. Small world about Kevin. Tell you later. Yeah, let me know, Kyle. I'll be curious. But anyways, guys, that's all I have today. I got to get over to this party. Got to get rolling. Got to go pick up the kids and the wife. We will be on here. We have a bunch of stuff coming out this next week. Again, I'm gonna go over my first 3 or 4 months into crypto, which is about over a year and a half ago now, and the whirlwind that I was in from starting with not a good sized chunk of money. Don't get me wrong. We got a decent amount of money from my wife's grandma, and turning it into a ton of money and then losing it all. Just to let you guys know. So that's going to be a synopsis. That's going to be a little abstract of what my first few months into crypto was. So that video is going to be coming out. If I can't get it shot and edited for next week, it'll be the following week, but you guys will be seeing that come out. So please watch that. If not, we got a bunch of good videos coming out next week. So if you guys have any questions, just let us know. We always appreciate you guys being with us. So I'm getting out of here. We will see you guys. Enjoy your Saturday. Have a great day. Drink a couple beers for me. If you don't drink beer, then drink some water for me. We appreciate it. All right, guys, we appreciate you rocking with the fittest crypto channel on YouTube, and I'm out.